Okay. Better. Yeah, so without the looseness in the bit and with a little bit more force, those are peeling off. Another classic or very common difficulty with Rhyolite is breaking off the tips or breaking off delicate areas. Now, it looks pretty bad by any standards of other stones, but for Rhyolite, it's not too bad. I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of those step fractures, but since my target size is still within reach, I've got some room. Yeah, so give yourself some room with this stuff. I don't know if I'm getting a crack in the material or if that's just scratching due to hitting the stone. But I'm putting a lot of force, a lot of stress on the tools. But you kind of have to if you want to make strikes like that to clean it up. That's a lot of force required. Yeah, I'm going to have to prepare this edge a little bit better because it needs a much better edge to proceed to drive some nice cosmetic thinning flakes. I'm going to take the glove off because it's starting to interfere. See, I'm going to have to do a lot of these types of flakes that are going to take a lot of material off relatively compared to the thickness of the point. There we go. There's the focus. On this edge, I'm going to have to clean this up quite a bit and produce a bevel, more of a bevel type of situation instead of this random, messy edge. Even though I did try to abrade that edge, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to take it back a little bit more and create more of a bevel situation. Or at least thicken that edge more than it is. And in a perfect world, I could be trying to send flakes while I, now that I have some width, try to send a few flakes inwards, but I'm not going to worry about that. Again, typical step fracturing for Rhyolite. Nothing that can't be dealt with. But it's going to become critical soon, where I won't be able to do damage control. It'll be too thin, and if some of those step fractures stay in there, they stay in there. The edge still wasn't thick enough. I'm going to try to take a flake off of this into here. Yeah, I've got to I've got to strengthen that edge even more. Even with all that grinding, that edge is still not strong enough for these final thinning flakes. Especially this edge here. It might look strong enough, but it's not. Excuse me. I'm going to have to create bigger platforms. These are fine for a easier to knap material, but with this I need some bigger platforms. I'm not worried about it snapping in half as much as I would with other material. So I can use big platforms and really smack the sides on this. So I'm going to try the pressure flaker and take some of those delicate areas off. Now that I've braided it quite a bit, it's not that easy, but it's not too bad. All I'm doing is taking those short flakes, making sure I don't cause any step fracturing. And I am losing some width, but it's still fairly wide, so I'm not too worried about it. And at this point, if it's weak enough for me to take a pressure flake off, it's too weak to hit with a percussion flaker. So it's just got to be barely it's just got to be on the edge of not being able to take a pressure flake off in order to be strong enough for the percussion flaker. So if you're going along the edge and you're having trouble taking more pressure flakes off, that's probably perfect for the percussion flaker to come in after. And I could use a commercial abrader for this, but I would have to be very careful not to over abrade, because then even the percussion flaker won't be able to remove the flake. Okay. I'm going to be hitting pretty hard, so I'm going to put the glove back on. Yeah, much better. That's a. I removed that step fracture, but I can't remember exactly where it was. I got her from the backside. I got to be careful with these really strong strikes. I could send in fractures in weird ways, like that one probably almost went the wrong way. And with these strong edge strikes, you're going to get some bites, but hopefully you can work around those. Not too good, but I think I can work around that. Maybe. Yeah, I just hit it again. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off here and upload these videos and probably finish this tomorrow because my camera is telling me that I'm running out of space. I've got several videos already in memory, so that one wasn't too bad. I still have some issues as far as thickness in some areas. I think I can get some of this from the other side, but I'm slowly losing, I'm not slowly, but I'm quickly losing the width that I need. So I can't do much more as far as thinning. Maybe one more thinning pass. I'm striking really, really hard, and I'm scratching my hand on my pants. That's what that is. Okay. It's not too bad on that side. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'll take some more off the edges, strengthen those edges, and do one more thinning pass before I shape it and do the notching. It's already been quite a bit of time and I haven't even gotten to the notching yet. Okay. To get it smooth like this, I need some very clean, large flakes. So I'll be preparing the edge, especially here, like right here on this side, to take some large flakes off of there. And, carefully looking for opportunistic areas to remove some larger flakes, some bold flakes. I'm not going to be able to do too many more on this, but I can do some off the base because it's supposed to be concave. Concave. I still have mass that I can use to drive some more basal thinning flakes. And short flakes can probably clean this area up to make it more smooth. These little steps near the tip, these are the hardest to remove, in my opinion, are these mistakes near the tip. Now there isn't very many on this one, so it's good. The ones in the middle aren't as bad as the ones near the tip because you can blow off the tip. Okay, anyway, I'll continue this tomorrow.